All right. Why would you want to flush your brake fluid? Does it matter? Is it a big deal? Why should I waste my time with it? Well, a couple reasons. I'm going to tell you as I do this on this particular vehicle is number one, the brake pressures produced when you step on the brake is between 1,500 psi and 2,000 psi of pressure. And the natural byproduct of that inside the brakes is moisture buildup. And when I'm talking about moisture, I'm talking about water. And when water and brake fluid mix, it turns into a corrosive. And that's how you end up with faulty brake calipers and hydraulic failures. Bad brake seals that cause leakages, and sticky brake calipers and all that kind of stuff. Now, best way to bleed your brakes, best way to bleed them would be to start and empty the reservoir almost down at the bottom, put clean fluid in there, and go around the car. I usually count to around 30. And with these vacuum bleeders, because they can get air in there, I'll pull it off, open that bleeder, and let it, there was like 2 little mini bubbles in there. So the most important thing to do though, because the pressure is all done here in the caliper, is replace the fluid that's in the caliper itself. That's the primary concern. If you can salvage these little condoms, put it over there, it keeps dirt and rust and dew out of there and helps save your bleeder fluid for future use. Now, for the enthusiast, the reason you want to bleed your brakes, if you've ever been on a road course or done any kind of endurance racing, and you come off of a high-speed straightaway at 140 into a 35, 40 mile an hour turn, and the first 1 or 2 times you do it, you got these amazing brakes, and you got all this confidence in your brakes. And then the third time you go into that turn, and there's 4 cars next to you and 1 in front of you, and you hit that brake, and your brake goes 3/4 of the way to the floor, and you pretty much got no brakes, and you about make a mess in your seat. And what's happening there? You're boiling the brake fluid, just like a pot of water. And that brake fluid starts boiling, you can now compress it. Alright, when it's not boiling, it's hydraulic fluid, and you push on the brakes and it goes in and out. And you got a good brake pedal. You got to keep an eye on the fluid level, make sure it don't drain the master completely dry. So, what happens, like I said, you end up boiling this brake fluid, and that's when you get that loss of a brake pedal, and that will get your attention and wake you up in a hurry. Now, typically, if you're doing that kind of driving, you might want to step up to a high temperature brake fluid, dot 5 or high temp. A lot of these 1LE packages or Mustang with a PP2 package might already have that in there, but most cars will not have brake fluid that can handle those temperatures, and repeated use will cause that brake pedal to turn into butter, which makes for a scary day. So, one reason, protect your hydraulics, your master cylinder, your calipers, all your hydraulics. If you got wheel cylinders, even the brake hoses, keep them in good shape. I usually put this vacuum bleeder on for about 30 seconds to clear out all the fluid from the caliper. Again, open it up, get a couple little poofs of air out of there maybe. So, for performance use, flush that stuff after every track day and step up to a .5 or a high performance brake fluid application. And you'll get a lot better braking performance. You can put high performance pads in there, and if you don't upgrade your fluid, you didn't do yourself any favors. So yeah, brake fluid is important just for regular basic service maintenance driving, keeping your components healthy. And if you're doing high performance use, no doubt you want to flush these after every track day and upgrade that fluid to a high temp fluid. That's straight out safety issue. So brake fluid, brake flush 101. Hey, give me a shout. Got any questions? Let me know what you got to think, say about this.